Anyone who's transformed their body through diet and exercise knows that it takes discipline and it takes dedication. And the trainers of Lifetime's show Fit to Fat to Fit learn this lesson the hard way.
Millions of us are overweight. I'm Drew Manning. I've successfully trained hundreds of clients to lose weight and get in shape. My biggest failure was training my brother-in-law. He simply could not lose weight. No matter how hard I tried, I failed to help. That's when I realized I was the problem. I needed to walk in his footsteps. So I gained 75 pounds. I developed a fatty liver and the kidneys of an alcoholic. Together, we were able to lose the weight. Now, 4 trainers are going on the same journey from fit to fat to fit to help someone they love. It's a journey that will change their lives forever.
Please welcome the stars of Lifetime's Fit to Fat to Fit trainers Drew Manning and Carrie Williams. I thought the show ended with you all getting back to fit.
What are you saying?
I'm kidding. The two of you obviously are in great shape. You know, one of the things that we really wanted to ask you was, when you went through these transitions, there was the weight gain, the weight loss, but what did you all gain most in terms of your perspective?
So I thought it was just gonna be a physical transformation. But the biggest thing about this was how humbling it was, and it was way harder than I ever imagined it would be. And I realized how much of transformation is mental and emotional. Before, as a trainer, I used to focus on the physical, eat less, workout, macros, calories, workouts. People know that, but the problem that people suffer with is on the mental and emotional side. The other surprise was how this affected me so quickly. So 30 years of my life, I was healthy, I was fit. In just 6 months' time, completely gone. My testosterone dropped to the low 200s, blood pressure of 167 over 113. In just 6 months, I developed a fatty liver, which was really scary in just a short amount of time of letting myself go. So it was an eye-opening experience for me, and it was very humbling, and it made me realize how wrong I was as a trainer, and now it helped me realize more of the mental and emotional side, empathy, respect, and a better understanding for those that struggle with the transformation.
Let me ask you this.
Thank you.
So, you said that you gained 65 pounds?
75.
75 pounds
Yeah.
in 6 months?
In 6 months'
In 6
time.
months. Was that enough time for you to be that weight, to understand everything that someone who's on the heavier side, me being 420 pounds for most of my life, to be able to completely connect and understand the inner voice, the psychological, like really understand where we're coming from?
And honestly, I tell people that I don't have a complete understanding. Even if I gained 100 pounds or 200 pounds and kept it on for a few years, it's not the same experience for somebody that grew up their entire life overweight, right? But for me, and for the trainers on the show, I can honestly say that we have a better understanding versus who we were before. So if we come out of the experience with more respect and more empathy, in my opinion, that's a positive for the trainers, so they get a glimpse of kind of how hard it is for their clients.
Well, and the physiology too of weight gain and weight loss. Carrie, you say you learned something surprising about women, and in particular weight loss. What was that?
Yeah, so basically I was eating a lot of fast food, and I would go in through the drive-thru, and I always felt very embarrassed to go into the lobby to eat. And one day I decided, I'm gonna go in the lobby, I'm gonna eat inside, and I noticed there were a lot of men around, and I thought, well, where are the women at? And I looked out the window through the drive-thru, and they were all driving through the drive-thru. And it dawned on me that everybody looks at women in a different light, and we are expected to look a certain way. And I said, wow, like, that's why I'm embarrassed, because I'm expected to look a certain way. And I'm not saying that men don't necessarily, but it's definitely different for women than it is for men to watch their weight and to appear a certain way. And it was definitely eye-opening.
Well, I think not only that, when you are on the heavier side, you are dealing with the weight, but you're also dealing with the emotion, the psychological. Just to get to the gym, it's not so much doing the workout. It's getting to the gym and dealing with everybody staring at you that you were walking. I remember walking on the treadmill and the noise of the treadmill and everybody just looking at me, and I'm like, I'm here to lose weight.
Yeah.
And I could feel the judgments.
Yeah.
That in itself is hard. How do you turn that around and inspire?
And that was a big thing, going back to the gym, because I used to be the one in the gym, and I'm lifting the weights and I'm doing all my cardio, I'm doing my boxing, and I'm like, oh, everybody looks at me and goes, oh, oh, how is she doing it? What's going on? And then I walk in and I'm 40 pounds heavier. And then I'm like, oh gosh, I don't think people even think I know what I'm doing. And that's exactly what you're saying. But what you do to turn it around is you talk to yourself inside and like you just did. You're there, you have a goal, you have a purpose, and that's what you need to do. And you need to not think about or look around to see what everybody else is doing. Just focus on yourself.